Dr. Rahul Balusu's untimely departure was a rude shock to all of us and a great loss to the English and Foreign Languages University. Uh, he joined us as a student way back in 2000 and then finished his MA, MPhil, and went away for a PhD and came back to us in 2010 as an assistant professor in the Department of Computational Linguistics. His professional accomplishments are matched by his personal virtues. Warmth, strength, good humor, and devotion marked his commitments. He was widely known in the university among his students and colleagues as someone who chased ideas furiously where they led him, but with grace, determination, and no untoward bombast or self-promotion, but with just straightforward arguments and argumentation. We know most of Dr. Rahul Balusu's work in the area of phonology, syntax, semantics, and interface of syntax and semantics. But outside the university, and in fact outside the department, very few people know about his work in computational linguistics and how he merged what he did in syntax semantics in computational linguistics. So let me spend a little time on this. I requested Professor Indranil Datta to give me what exactly he had done in the department. And this is what he had sent to me as an email, and I read from it. Dr. Rahul Balusu taught several innovative courses ranging from introductory courses on natural language processing, corpus linguistics, NLP gems, and toolkit using Scala, and highly advanced seminars on computational semantics. In addition, with exemplary ease, Dr. Balusu designed courses that balanced theoretical and practical approaches to NLP and enriched the curricular lives of MA and research students. His contributions to research and teaching in computational linguistics were pioneering, yet practical, and offered an unprecedented and seamless unification of theoretical insights and practical wisdom. His courses were some of the most sought after by students, scholars alike, and left an impact, the fruits of which we will benefit from for decades to come. Dr. Rahul Balusu's contribution to understanding complex predicates and challenges they pose for natural language processing applications were extremely insightful, novel, and influential. The approach provided a comprehensive representation of these structures in the computational lexicon of various South Asian languages through 3 sub-events. In later work, too, Dr. Balusu provided a more detailed account and treatment of verbal multi-word expressions, light verb structures, verb particle structures, and restructuring work that added a great deal of value to their processing. In future applications, this unified model will prove to be invaluable in offering efficient yet elegant solutions. This is what Professor Indranil Datta had sent me about his work in the department. What marked Rahul's contribution to the field of linguistics cannot be conveyed just by his published work, his talks, and presentations, but in his keenness and effort in ensuring that a new generation of linguists come up, who had first and foremost personal integrity, a fire in the belly, and a willingness to dirty their hands in muddy data. His commitment to the field was deep and unwavering, and in this pursuit, professional and personal boundaries often got obliterated. I give you a few examples of this. It was Rahul's personal initiative to invite eminent speakers to the department. But what was interesting was what he did for these presentations and talks. Before the workshop or the talk, Rahul would circulate some of the seminal publications of the speaker, have a study group going, which would meet after office hours, usually in his office room, to read the papers so that the students and colleagues could get the maximum benefit of the talk. These study groups were open for all. And Rahul would stock snacks, tea, coffee to keep us all going for hours, quite often late into the evenings. Another aspect of Rahul, which I would like to point out, was the way the zeal, the sparkle in the eye that he had when he organized talks, conferences, or workshops, or even small talks, which he converted into a one-day workshop. From coming up with artistic, innovative, and beautifully designed posters, banners, and many of them had a very childlike feel about them. And then personally in taking care of the speakers, ferrying them around, eating with them, ensuring that they were comfortable, giving them all his time throughout this period. So he lived through these conferences like a person who is meant for conferences, talks, and seminars. Another interesting aspect that I want to point out is his devotion to the field was also seen in what mentoring meant to Rahul. When he saw promise in an idea or a paper in a BA, MA student, he was the first to encourage them to write it up as paper, to sit with the student for hours, reading with them, guiding them throughout the process of writing and analysis. He went out looking for conferences where the paper could best be presented, and then would help the student apply for funding, book tickets, look for accommodation, and would also go to the extent of personally funding the student in case there was no funding or if the funding was delayed. That is, once a project interested Rahul, he would see through it till the end. Here, the professional became personal, or the personal became professional, something we will never know. Apart from being a brilliant mind, Rahul was a beautiful person. He was really one of his kind. People keenly listened to him, his questions, his suggestions, his criticisms, and he made a lasting difference in linguistics and in the lives of his students and colleagues. We will deeply miss you, Rahul. Thank you.